Max asks, why does being rude and loud to the model is the most efficient way to get what one wants if kind of asking nicely doesn't work? Says, I noticed this applies to nearly all the LLMs. I think it's also in the top prompt engineering rules. I always feel bad, though, that the model has no feelings, but I need to do this to get good answers. Yeah, it's an interesting question. Why? I think part of it might be, if you look at the text on the web, that when people are like, let's say somebody's doing an interview and there's a transcript of the interview, and somebody asks some question and the person who's answering the question is kind of prevaricating in some way or another and trying to avoid answering the question, and they go babble, 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 and and then the person on the other side says, is it yes or no? Just get to the point type thing. And then the person gets to the point. Well, the LLM gets to see that. And so it's, the just get to the point type thing that maybe sort of pushiness in, maybe the result of pushiness in things you see on the web. And so the LLM may be like, oh yeah, well, the best thing to do is to just write a lot of words and generally say this and not really say very much and this and that and the other. But like it's used to the rudeness of the web, so to speak, where somehow people are saying, just get to the point. And then the LLM sees that and it's kind of channeling that idea and being able to get to the point or whatever it is when it's asked not so politely. So it's kind of a strange feedback loop, right? It's that the LLM is doing what humans do, and so when humans kind of just go blah 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 blah, then that's what the LLM thinks it should do, and so I think that's that's one of the it's sort of an interesting thing in AI ethics when you say, well, what should the AIs do? Oh, we want them to do what the humans do. Well, sometimes the humans don't like what the humans do. And this might be one of those cases where what the humans do in actuality in transcripts and things is when they're not so nice to each other, the point comes out more clearly. That the LLMs end up channeling that. That would be my immediate theory for why sort of rudeness helps in dealing with LLMs. I have to say, I've sometimes whimsically, I did this when my children were younger and they just thought I was a nut. But, when you deal with some automated system and you say thank you to the automated system, even though you know that at some level, rationally, you know that there's no sense in which the automated system could care less, at least in the current state of these automated systems. But I kind of always thought that the very concept of doing that was a good way to become used to the idea of sort of civility with humans, where maybe they pay more attention. And, if you get used to the idea of it's just a machine, you can treat it as kind of horribly as you want, that's again one of these things that sort of is in the doom of civilization, so to speak. That's one of the things that by the time it's like you don't even know if it's a human or a machine, and then you just are always being mean to it because, well, gosh, you kind of assume it's a machine, and if it happened to be a human, well, sorry that the human got in the way type thing. I think that it is an interesting question whether sort of the habituation to incivility, if you're dealing only with machines, is something that has sort of a runoff to the rest of society.